Hey guys, this is Brian with The Endless Mission. It's an exciting week here at The Endless Mission. It's launch week for us where we'll be bringing the game out into early access. One of the things we're going to be doing frequently with The Endless Mission, starting this week, is we're going to be running some design competitions where we'll invite you, the members of our community, to make a game, and hopefully you'll make some, and we'll feature the best of those games in our Hall of Celebration here inside the game. So for this week's inaugural design challenge, we have created for you the beginnings of a level, and your task is to complete that level using the in-game editor any way that you see fit. Since this is the first challenge, and for most of you the first time you're seeing the game, I wanted to do a quick video showing you some of the things you might find useful in making your game. So to start off, let me show you the starter game. If you hit the escape key and go to the content library, in the content library, you will find a game called Unfinished Business. And from here, we can click on it, download it, and once it's downloaded, we can click the play button and play. Unfinished Business is a platformer level using our Captain Blackclaw avatar. She has a jump and double jump ability on the spacebar. You can control the view using mouse look. And if I succeed in platforming here, so close. You can see I've fallen off, but I respawned here right on this very last rock we've put in. And I fell off again. Oh, I saved it. If you look up, you will see the goal of the game. That's the golden pineapple, and there's no way for me to get there from here. And your task is to complete this level so that I can get from here to there. How do you do that? Well, if I hit escape again, one of the options you'll see in the menu is open in editor. And if I click on that, we'll bring the game up in the Endless Missions in-game editor. So here we are in the editor. And if you've not been in the editor before, there's quite a lot to see here. I'm not going to show you everything, but I will refer you to a place where you can learn a lot more about it. If you hit the new button here, you'll get a new game menu, which lets you create a new game in the editor. And right up here is a button that will take you to our Endless Mission wiki, where you'll be able to see a number of tutorial videos we've created. I'd encourage you to start with this very first one you see in the image here, Editor Basics, which will take you through and introduce you to the main features of the editor. But I do want to show you a few highlights of this particular template and using the editor to get started. So I'll close that, and again, this is the Unfinished Business level that we just played through, including that fact that it's incomplete and you can't actually get to the pineapple. So the first thing I'm going to do, as if I were going to create an entry in this challenge, is over by the save button, I'll hit the arrow and do save as, and give this level a name that I'll remember. So I will call this Unfinished Business, or is it? And click save. And now I'm saving my own copy of this game that I can work on as I would like to. Navigating in the editor is very similar to navigating in a first-person game. If I hold down right mouse button, I can look around the game world using my mouse. With that held down, I can also use the WASD keys to move the camera and change what I'm looking at in the world. So I'm just holding down W now to move forward. That'll track my mouse as you would expect. I can also use E to go up and Q to go down. D to strafe right, A strafe left, and S backwards. And if I hold down the shift key also, I'll move a little bit faster. And what I've just done is navigated myself over to where our game's avatar is, and I can see her. If you've played through any of the adventure mode or introductory content in the game, working with things in the editor at the simplest level behaves quite similarly. So for example, you can see I have my lenses active. Here's my spatial lens, and I can click on Captain Blackclaw, and her settings are visible here in the lens. That is her spatial settings, because that's the lens I have up. And I can alter those just like I would in the adventure mode of the game. So for example, if I want to change her position on the x-axis, I could type in another value here, hit enter, and she'll move. And I could reset that by typing in the previous value, which was, 84.67. There we go. I can also manipulate her by moving using the arrows on her gizmo, or I can move her freehand using this anchor point on her gizmo. Generally, we try to avoid doing that because it's really hard to do that precisely most of the time in games. I prefer to move using the gizmos when I do that. And then I can rotate through my lenses here by going over to the panel and rolling my scroll wheel on my mouse. And if I wanted to make her, let's say, bigger, I could change her uniform scale using the slider. I'll set it back to 1. Now, to finish this level, if I move around again, there are a lot of things I could do. So again, with right mouse button held down, I can use the WASD keys to move and get to this very last platform. So how could I complete this level? What could I do to add some content to my level? Well, if I go over here on the right side of the screen and click that library icon, I can expand and see the content library. This content library shows me a whole set of assets that are available in the Endless Mission. So let's say I wanted to add another platform to my game. I could go up here and start typing the word platform. Probably a good way to start. And I'll get a list of things from the content library that match that. I can scroll over them and get a preview of each one. If I find one that I like and I want to add to my game, I can left click and drag it right into the game world. And there it is. And then, just like any other object, I can left click and then use my lenses and the gizmos here to move it around. And of course, at any time, I can zoom around and see where that is and position it where I want to. And I'll just try to do this first one so that I have something that's clearly a makeable jump from that existing platform. Let's give that a quick once over. Looks pretty good. And if I'm happy with that, I can save. And click the play button and go in and play test my game. All right, so here I am on that final platform, and that is a makeable jump. Still got a long way to go to create a level up there, and there's a lot I could do. So we've just scratched the surface of what you can do in the Endless Mission Editor. Again, I would encourage you to check out the other editor tutorial videos where you can learn more about the advanced functions. You can learn how to create different gameplay behavior, how to change the conditions that cause you to win or lose a game, how to do some kind of tricky things in level design, and even how to script your own behaviors to make new things happen in the game that don't happen already. And those are all techniques you could use to make a level of your own for the design challenge.